What's going on, everybody? It's be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music, the podcast, episode 82. And I got a special guest on the show. I have my boy Drew Ruiz. I said it right?
Yeah, that's fine.
What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for having me on.
Nah, man, thank you for, sacrificing your time to come on the show, because I know, you have a crazy schedule and whatnot.
Oh, no, man, it's all love. It's all love.
Yes. So before we get started with the questions and everything, tell the people about, introduce the people, introduce yourself to the people about what you do and everything.
Yeah, I'm Drew Ruiz. I'm an associate editor for Slam Managazine, based out of LA. So that's pretty much everything. Everything I'm doing right now is all Slam. So everything, whether it's magazine stuff, online stuff, is just all hands-on, or even social stuff, hands-on, just being all things Slam.
That's what's up. So what, tell us about the beginners, what made you want to get into, even being, a writer, and, before everything, before Slam and all that stuff?
The funny thing, it was never, I want to wake up and be a writer.
Right.
After high school, I did the hoop thing. I hooped locally at a JUCO. And then when that just didn't happen, I did, the 9-to-5 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a real quick glimpse into the 9-to-5 lifestyle, and I was kind of going through a path in life where I was like, man, I don't know what I want to do. I've always known people in basketball and sneakers, and I just randomly made a blog one day, just to get my mind off the 9-to-5 life.
Mm-hmm. And
I made a blog. It was basketball, sneakers. It somehow got through a senior writer from Slam. We chopped it up. He was like, hey, what are you doing right now? What are your all-time goals? And, just the stuff like that.
Right.
He was like, would you ever be interested in doing some stuff with Slam? And honestly, before he finished, I was like, man, for sure, yeah. I mean, it's Slam, who would honestly say no at that opportunity? So it just opened up from there, and it was, maybe I was getting an event recap project here, and I was maybe doing an interview there, and I was just filling in as much as I could. And then over the years, I just built that trust, and I just evolved. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna bet on myself, and the rest was history. So I'm in a position I am today. I'm ready for the opportunity. It's fun to say, hey, I get paid to do basketball-related things, or I get paid to be on social media and stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, I didn't wake up and was like, you know what, I want to be a writer.
Yeah.
It never crossed my mind.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So, how is it working at Slam? Because, Slam, before we started recording, Slam, been out since the 90s, and it's one of them legendary magazines that all of us grew up on pretty much. How's the environment?
Oh, it's great. It's honestly I don't mean to sound cliche or anything, but it's honestly a dream come true. I think I picked up my first Slam magazine in 7th grade, so that was 2001. The first cover I remember was Rock La Familia with Lamar Odom, Elton Brand.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. Lamar Odom, Elton Brand, and was it Quinn Richardson? I'm gonna have to Google this right now because I just told you I woke up a little while ago, so my mind's still waking up. So it was Darius Miles, Lamar Odom, and Elton Brand on the Rock La Familia cover when they're wearing their jerseys backwards. Lamar Odom has a Sean John headband. Darius Miles has a do-rag hanging with the headband, and that was just the first introduction to it. So to be able to circle around, 18 years later, and to see my name in the magazine, and to really be on the other side, it's been nothing but amazing. I think seventh grade me is still in shock and it's hype. Everybody I know, whether it's family members or close friends, they'll pick up the Slam magazine and they'll open it. Mom is subscribed to it, so every time it comes in, she's hyped. So I just couldn't ask for a better opportunity for me, man. I love it. all my staff is great. You know, we're circled out. There's a lot of people in New York, Toronto, you know, other people on the East Coast. But I mean, it's all love on all sides.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Like, you know, like that's just like just to like, how does it feel like just to like see your work, you know, just published? Like, you know, do you still feel like the butterflies, or like do you just try to act, you know, all right, I got this job done, let me go to the next piece?
You know, it's funny that you asked that, because everybody I know, I feel like they're much more hyped than me. Mm-hmm. But that's just because I built like this never satisfied mentality, and it's a love-hate relationship with it, because it helps, it motivates me more if I work on a story and I'm like, all right, cool, you know, I put everything into the story, like, I like it, this is my best story today. Right. Then it's like, I'm chasing another story, right? So it's like, I don't want to say I don't enjoy it, but I guess I don't enjoy it the way a lot of people in my corner really want me to enjoy it, right? Right. And the first time I saw my name in the magazine, I mean, shoot, even the first time I saw my name online, I promise you, I didn't close the tab on my computer for like a month. Wow. Like, I just, every day I was like, yo, this is my name. Like, my name is on here. I was showing everybody. I felt like I had names, right? So then when I made my first mag piece, it was on the KD8. So this was about 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And this one was like, I just literally flipped through the mag. Everybody bought a mag, and everyone was like, yo, can you sign it? Can you sign? I was like, man, like I can get used to this, you know? So I think now, just seeing my name in mag, I'm still like, wow, like, this is my name. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, Slam magazines are all over the world. If I go to an airport or something, there's a magazine, I'm like, I flip through and I open this article, and I'm just like, wow, like, this is amazing. But yeah, like I said, I kind of just go with the flow. Right. I'm grateful for it. I never get too high, never get too low. But I like other people to celebrate, you know, to celebrate with me. So yeah, you just like to see, like, especially like your close family, friends, just to see the joy that, you know, that you put in work, and you know, you achieving your goals and things like that. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, like, tell us about like the duties as a associate editor, you know, day by day. Yeah. So technically, my schedule's like Sunday to Thursday. Mm-hmm. So Sundays I'll usually manage the basketball games that are on. Right. And I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and then, you know, Monday to Thursday, those are like all editorial obligations. So whatever you see go up on our website, it could be a news story, it could be a YouTube video, and then, you know, uploading our Slam High School stuff. I mean, it honestly varies. I feel like I have my hands in on every little bit of Slam that you see. It could be something online on Twitter, posting a news story, posting something on Instagram, online. Like, it's just doing magazine stuff. Like, it's all over. Mm-hmm. So that's probably the great part about it, is that I'm hands-on in like pretty much everything. So, like, do you feel like any pressure anytime, like, when you put out stuff, or do you, like, for example, let's say, like, you know, it's playoff time right now, and, like, you know, they have like these different like videos and stuff, these promos, or like they have like these different like highlights of, like, let's say like Steph Curry just crossed up somebody, or like Joel Embiid just dunked on somebody. Like, so you in charge of, like, every minute you see something, you have to post it, right? Exactly. Yeah. So any highlights that you see, like what you just said, like, perfect example yesterday, Joel Embiid, we did the windmill. Yeah. So I would post it real quick, you know, things like that, just to get engagement, and just to really be a voice that on whichever basketball game is going on. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Before I move into the next question, I have a question within that, because I had a couple people from Complex on the show and whatnot, and I was asking them this question.
you see the growth of sports, and you also see the growth of social media. Do you think that sports and social media really go hand in hand? Like, for example, like the job that you do, you pretty much like you always in tap with everything. Like, so like does like social media make it more easier now than it did probably like, you know, maybe 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago?
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, I think it's funny. Like if you're a basketball fan, like there's NBA Twitter. Like there's a specific audience catered to it. And bias aside, I feel like that's probably one of the best like things about Twitter. And why I'm so on, because you know you have to be on. Like you have to know some of the trends or what's popping or you know what's hot or what just happened for it to be a voice. And I think that's the great thing with social media because it's only on the rise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see Twitter falling off anytime soon. I firmly believe it's a valuable channel. Like it's amazing just the engagement with people from all over the world. You know, talking sports, talking hoop, NBA for my job is great. It's really, really a useful tool, and I honestly wish I had utilized Twitter the way I do now, maybe about 8 to 10 years ago.
Yeah, because you know it's funny that you said that because I felt the same way because even with Facebook, like when Twitter and Facebook came out, like that was very new because you know we grew up on like MySpace, so MySpace was like that was the everything. AIM, all of that, like that was like our go-to. But now, you know, when you look back, Twitter, Facebook, like Kevin Durant was talking about on his one of his shows on ESPN how like he pretty much he could have I think it was either him or somebody else. He could have invested in Twitter or Facebook, but at the time they didn't really know what was going to happen with it. And now you see like Twitter's like an everyday thing. Like it's literally like everyone uses it for anything.
Yeah, it's such a valuable tool. I try to tell, you know, I coach varsity basketball. So I try to tell my kids, like, you're not going to realize how valuable Twitter is until you're a professional.
Right.
Until you're trying, whatever it is, whether you're trying to do videos, you're an artist, you know, whatever your little niche is, because there's an audience out there for it. Like, they don't understand how valuable Twitter can be when it's like, hey, like, if I'm talking sports or whatever, if I post a job opening, like, there's going to be so many people because it's a continuous network where so-and-so's going to retweet it, and then that person's going to retweet it, and then it's just, you don't know whose hands it might fall in.
Right.
But I just think early on, we're in 2019, so back when I first started, I think I got a Twitter in 08, 09, and it was weird at the time, right? Like, why the hell am I telling people what am I doing? Like, why does this matter? That's where we were 10 years ago. And I think nowadays it's like, it's the norm.
Yeah, like it's just like
you have to be savvy, right? Like, so I think it's great. I love Twitter. And if you're on Twitter, want to talk hoops or want to just, you know, BS or whatever, feel free to follow me at Drew Ruiz.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you gotta text me your Twitter handle so I can follow you. So, what made you passionate about basketball? You know, in the first place, like growing up, because are you originally from California?
Yeah, I'm from LA.
All right,
I'm from LA. Been out here 29 years, so I'm an LA boy. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. You got the accent too. So like.
Man, it's funny, bro. We were just talking about that. Everybody was like, yeah, LA have an accent, and everybody I talk to that isn't from LA, they're like, you got an accent. I'm like, I don't know what that means, man. Like,
yeah,
I can't. But
I mean, I'm from Miami, and like we always try to see like what accent that we have, because I was actually in LA last year. And a lot of people came up to me and they was like, I could tell you from Florida. I don't know what part. I like, where you from? I said, I'm from Miami. I'm from the crib. So, like, you know, I guess once you get out your hometown, your home state, that's when you start noticing, like, why I do have an accent. You know what I'm saying? But what made you passionate about basketball growing up?
I think I first started playing